It's giving McDonald's energy, and I am not here for it at all. Not even a little bit. Welcome to the Save the Good Girl podcast, everybody. I am your host, Erica E., and you are listening to the SOE edition. SOE stands for Shot of Erica, and it's just like your shot of tequila, green juice, or espresso. It gets you exactly where you need to be in a short period of time, and I do the same thing, but for your mind. And for those who are new, welcome to your luxury listening experience. The Save the Good Girl podcast and the entire brand is all about living a quality life, and we discuss certain topics that can help us get there. So that's what I'm here to do, boo. And now, for this episode, I actually was having a conversation with a friend, and I was like, this is giving McDonald's energy. And the reason why I said that is because McDonald's, just like any other fast food, it's fast food. There is no marination, preparation, intention. It's just quick, right? And that's not the kind of energy when you are in a luxury mindset, when you are in a luxury mind state that you want to embody. That's not where I want to be right now. And all of the episodes that I do, they are very influenced by certain things that are currently happening in my life or where I would like to go. And I feel that it would be very beneficial for you. As my audience, we have been discussing certain things for a while. And for those who are new, what I love about my podcast is that it's evergreen. You can listen to any episode at any time, whatever speaks to you the most. So with this topic, right now, I feel like I'm at a place in my life where I want to nourish relationships and experiences that align with my internal mission statement. And that internal mission statement is to live a luxurious life in all areas of my life, meaning spiritually luxury, emotionally luxury, physically luxury, financially luxury. I want everything in my life to be of quality. That also includes people in my life and the experiences that I have as well. That is very important to me. And no matter what you do, right? You cannot make McDonald's luxury. It could be in the most beautiful building, the most beautiful place, the most beautiful this, the most beautiful that. If somebody has an opportunity to try a Michelin star restaurant or a McDonald's restaurant with like gold-plated everything, they probably would opt for the Michelin star restaurant, right? Because fast food is mass-produced. It's not too much intention and thought that comes into it. And I just feel like lately there's been a lot of McDonald's energy, and I'm just not here for it. I am not here for it. I'm at a place in my life where I am consistently following the 4 Ps. Now, the 4 Ps, that's some vintage episode. I think I talked about this in 2020. But the 4 Ps are peep, process, prepare, and proceed. Peep, meaning I noticed something, right? I peeped something. Now I'm processing it. I'm processing what I've noticed. I'm processing how I feel. I'm processing, any action steps that I need to take. Prepare, meaning what am I going to do with this new information that I have now discovered? These new feelings, these new emotions. Maybe I don't want to talk to this person anymore. Maybe I'm realizing that I don't like this environment. Maybe I'm thinking about spiritually, I want to get better at something. Maybe my mindset is not as positive as I want it to be. So preparing, what do I need to do? And then proceed. What are the action steps now? So peep, process, prepare, and proceed are the 4 Ps that I'm still embodying, still going through until this day. I am at a place right now where I cannot and I will not waste any time on relationships that are not equitable to me. What does that mean? That means that a relationship has to be something that is nourished both ways. I think a lot of times people don't realize that they make this person a dumpster. They call you to vent. You're listening, and you want to be there for them because the reality is you love people, you care about your friends, you care about your family, you care about your coworkers, you care about your spouse. But I think at a certain point, When you are constantly being dumped on, it drains you, it exhausts you. And at least in my case, when I get like that, I can't be creative. I can't think about topics for the episode, reels. There's a lot of thought that comes into everything that I do. And I realize that I cannot do that when I am impacted, right, by a low vibrational conversation, a low vibrational energy space. Like I just can't do it. And although I love people and I want people to do well, I am choosing, right? This is all a choice. I am choosing to not give certain things my energy because it's not worth it to me anymore. At this place in my life, going through grief, going through heartache, going through pain, going through a whole revamp of my life, being in a space where I don't know what's going on, and learning that most of us have no idea what's going on. We make these wonderful plans, we have these goals, we have these ideas, we're excited, and then life happens and we just don't know what's going on. So being in a place where I don't know what's going on, right? I'm confused, I'm trying to figure things out. The last thing that I need is to be in an environment that's not healthy for me anymore. Growing out of certain relationships, growing out of certain friendships, I'm growing out of it because I'm growing into myself. And as much as I love and I care and I give and I give and I give, what about me? What about you? What about you? So I make the choice to block when necessary. Why? Because I don't know what your intentions are for me. I don't know what you want from me. Why? Right? So therefore, I will either block, eliminate, whatever I need to do to create and sustain my peace. I think many times people want to act like, yeah, I'm not focused. Yeah, I'm not worried. Yeah, I don't care. But you do care. You are worried and you are focused because certain situations are really holding you hostage. And I think we don't realize that as quickly as time is going by, the time is moving so fast, right? So fast. And there's so many things that I want to do in my life. There's so many things that I want to focus on. I'd rather spend time nourishing relationships that are fortifying me, and I'd rather spend time creating new relationships. I am not in a space to give and give and give to something that is dying or changing, or it just doesn't align with me anymore. I am not the same person, just like you are not the same person. There has to be an understanding that when we go through something deep in our lives, we are a changed individual. And if you're not changing, you're not growing. So that's a different topic. But when you're growing, I'm trying to say going and growing, but it's true. When you're going and growing through something, you are not the same person when you walked into that problem, and the way you left, you are not the same person. You have cried, you have talked it out, you have processed, you're going through a lot. As adults, we have to make certain decisions, and it cannot be irrational. When you're in your teens and your younger years, sometimes you make irrational decisions that could affect you for the rest of your life, right? As you start to get older, you realize, number one, it's not always about you. So there's certain decisions you make that it's not always about you. Other people are watching and they can also be affected as well. And being in a place where you have that power, you don't know who you are inspiring. So you want to, yes, you're doing it for you, but the end result is not really about you. A lot of people learn from the pain. A lot of people learn through how you handle adversity. A lot of people learn on how you handle certain challenges, and you become that blueprint without you even knowing it, right? So in this space that I'm in, when I know that I'm influential, I'm getting feedback from the podcast. I'm getting feedback from my social media. I'm getting feedback from my blog posts. People are watching. And even though people may not say it all the time, they are watching. So to get feedback and to hear that I'm being an inspiration to someone, that they listen to the podcast and it's really helping them as they're going through their rough times, to hear these things, this is what I want to give my energy to. This is why I choose not to talk to certain people anymore. This is why I really manage my energy keys. All right. I manage my energy keys as much as I possibly can because I need myself to give, right? Breaking generational curses, being in a space where you have this power to motivate, to inspire, to really move people. You cannot do that in a negative space. You cannot do that when you're constantly chasing someone. You cannot do that when you are not aligned with certain things anymore. It's not going to work. So you have to make a decision to decide, okay, I want to elevate to this certain part of my life. Unfortunately, I cannot do this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. The conversations we have with people are vital. They are vital. And yes, you're not going to talk about business and all these things all the time, but it needs to be something of growth and productivity. I think that for so many years, I've been a dumpster. I've been that person that will listen while you vent. And when it comes to me, you don't really have a keen interest. You're distracted. You're on social media. You're watching TV. You're focused on other things. So it used to make me upset. I'm not going to lie. It used to make me I used to be really like tight. You know what I mean? Like really mad. Now I'm just like, oh, okay. This is what it is, right? This is what it is. And I have to accept it for what it is. And I will remove my energy space, meaning you are not going to get the same Erica anymore. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. I am constantly working on creating a quality of life for myself. And I want to create memories. When you go through grief, like losing my father changed me completely, right? I'm all about creating wonderful experiences as much as I possibly can. It doesn't mean that life is not going to happen to us. It doesn't mean we're not going to have more pain, more heartache, just being confused, deep pain. Like we're going to go through that, right? But eventually, when we get down, it has to come back up. As I'm getting back up, I don't need you to cause me any traffic. If I know there's traffic on the east, I'm going to the west. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not giving anybody or certain experiences. I'm not going to allow McDonald's energy into my life. I'm very intentional with what I want to do. I'm very intentional with the kind of life that I want to live. And I know that it starts with my mindset first. I can't do anything without my mindset. I can't do anything. I can't communicate with people. I can't have the right energy. I'm not focused. I am talking about the same thing over and over and over again. For what? For what? Right? This luxury lifestyle that I'm discussing is part of my internal mission statement. This is something that I want to embody until I am gone. And even after I'm gone, I want people around me, near me. If God gives me the opportunity to have children, I want this to linger. This is something that I want my children to inherit. You need a quality life. Just the other day, I went to a beautiful restaurant with a beautiful view of the water, and it was absolutely gorgeous. This is the picture that you guys are seeing in this episode. It was phenomenal. It was great. I enjoyed a handcrafted drink. I enjoyed a really great Caesar salad, a wonderful lobster roll. It was fresh. It was good. The views were great. The music was great. The service was great. Everything was phenomenal. And I thought about, this is the kind of energy, right? Not just the restaurant, but this is the kind of experience that I want in my life spiritually, right? I'm focused on God. I'm focused on Him so He can focus on me. I'm focused on nourishing relationships and being around people who want to be around me. This whole, we need to hang out, we need to do this, we need to do that. Whenever you talk to me, it's always about you. I'm not here for it. I'm just not. I am not here for it. When do you want to link? That's it. Lately, whenever somebody's like, oh, let's hang out, I'm always like, when? When does it work for you? I'm very action-based, right? Because I don't think people realize when I choose to hang out with you, it is a privilege. The same way when you choose to hang out with me, it is a privilege because this is a choice. I don't have to hang out with you, but I'm choosing to do that. And because I embody a luxury lifestyle, if I take my time to spend time with you, I love you, I care about you, and the energy is good. If the energy is not right, I'm not giving it and I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen. So when you're at a place where you want a change in your life, you want something to move in your life, you want to be in a better space, you want to feel better, you want to love, I want a deep love, I want luxurious love, I want a quality love, I want a romantic partner that is just God-fearing, has values, integrity, there for me and loves me. Why would I entertain anything less than that? Not happening. Not happening. Equality with my profession. I love talking to you guys and I love hearing the feedback. The feedback is my KPI. KPI for those of you who don't know, is a key performance indicator. It's something that's used in business all the time. It's a measurement of success, right? So if your KPI is, I need to have, 4 listeners each week, and you have 10, you're doing great, right? So my KPI for myself is when I get feedback, when you guys tell me how you feel, whether it's an email, and as you guys know, I love to hear what you have to say. So whether it's an email or social media, when I get feedback from the podcast, that is a wonderful success for me. It is my measurement of success, and that is what I'm focused on. I know the energy that it takes for me to record, to write my episode, to do my reels, to be on social media, to connect with people, to network. This Friday, I am talking to you guys, the next episode, about my experience at InvestFest, and it was an amazing experience. We are going to talk about billionaire tips. This is what I want to talk about with y'all. This is what I want to share with y'all, right? So in order for me to be in that space, I can't be with the nonsense. For the next episode, y'all, literally the next episode after this, tune in. I am going to share tips that billionaires, I was in a room with billionaires, and I am going to share with you guys the things that I've learned. InvestFest was beyond the words I'm sharing in this podcast. It was an amazing experience, and there were certain things I had to do to prepare myself mentally to get there. There were certain conversations that I truly could not have because I needed all of my energy space to be there, to prepare mentally, to have my notebooks and pack a certain way, have my outfits, get excited, meet people, network, have my business cards. I had to do all of that. And I could not do that with McDonald's energy. This is Michelin star, top-notch quality energy that I am embodying for the rest of my life. And I want you to do the same, because if you're listening to this episode, you're about that luxury life. You want to live a certain quality of life. And I know that you do. And I want to as well. So whatever I learn, I am going to share everything with you. I know that it's not easy. Life is not easy. And I know that. Intentionality is real. We need to be intentional about who we're talking to, what we're saying, and where we are. And choosing to leave certain environments, certain relationships, if we have to. Because you don't realize how draining all of that is when you're trying to do better. I want to focus on that. I want to focus on God. I want to focus on my career. I want to focus on growing the Save the Good Girl brand. I want people to feel better. We're at a space right now in the world where things are just disgusting. I mean, honestly, like the things that I see, I'm just like, what is going on? But I still believe that there are people who just needs that push. And that's what pushes me to do this podcast. And I'm so grateful that you guys rock with me every week. I'm grateful for the growth. I'm grateful for everything. Like I'm mad hype because I got 8 new YouTube subscribers, and I'm very excited. That's 8 additional people who's really about that luxury life, and I'm here for it, and I love it. So yeah, we're not giving energy to McDonald's energy, my love. No, we're not doing that here. Okay, this is a luxury lifestyle. We are going to embody that in every capacity. We are going to prepare. We are going to get lit. And as I said, guys, the next episode, I'm giving billionaire tips, and I was prepared for that. We're going to really dive into that on the next episode. And as always, y'all, I love to hear your feedback. It just does something for me. It nourishes me. It fortifies me. And I'm so grateful for it. So please go to SaveTheGoodGirl.com. Please subscribe to Save the Good Girl on YouTube. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Follow the podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen. Please stay in contact with me. If you want to send me a message, if this episode really hit you, because I've been hitting people, like really hitting with no armor, okay? If this episode really hit you, send me a message on SaveTheGoodGirl.com in the contact section. I would love to hear it, because I want us to be on this space together. We are on this journey together, and I'm so grateful that you guys are listening and that the podcast and the brand is growing. I'm very grateful for that. So, as always, I love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for listening. We are not about that McDonald's energy. Please extract whatever you need to extract, and really think about your relationships and your environments. Like really process the 4 P's: peep, process, prepare, and proceed. Let that marinate. Give yourself that luxury energy. I'll talk to you next week. Billionaire podcast coming up. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.